people. Thank you for joining me once again for Can We Talk About It? Well, we do talk about that elephant in the room. So before I begin, I want to just start by saying thank you, Lord, for blessing me with this day to be able to just move around and not have nobody assist me. I'm very thankful for that. I'm also thankful for my husband because I've been somewhat on the pity pot from time to time because of the things I've been going through. But he's been there for me, and I don't tell him that enough. So, Charles, I love you so much, and thank you so much for being there for me. I want to thank the Lord also for bringing my children back into my life. When I very first started my show and I was at WHPR, just so you can get a feel for who I was telling you about how my children had got taken and, things like that. And I'm just grateful that my children are back in my life and I'm able to talk with them. And I'm really floored by people that I didn't think that was, really into the things that I talk about, how they're blessing me, to be able to do these things. And I appreciate you guys' support. So if you do want to donate to my show, you can go to PayPal at paypal.com/DonnaStinsonPayMe. You can also write me at DonnaStinson63@gmail.com or DonnaMitchell15@gmail.com and on with the show. So we know that the summer is coming up. It's getting warm, and there's a lot of young, older women out there like myself. We go through these little hot flashes and this, that, and the other. But to my older sisters between the ages of 40 and up, or I'll just say 45 and up, I really all little sisters shouldn't be walking around half naked. But I'm just talking to the sisters between the ages of 45 and up. I don't care if you think your body is banging. Don't nobody want to see that. Don't walk around town showing all your age and wisdom and your unmentionables. Don't do that to yourself. To you, you think you this vibrant young chicken. That's what you see. You don't see what everybody else see. So stop it. I love my sisters. Some of you sisters in y'all 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s look good because we age really nice. But don't turn your beauty into buffoonment. Some of y'all got daughters in y'all 30s and 40s like I do, and they go out and you want to live through their eyes and go out and put on the same thing they got on and be like, we're going to be twins tonight. Is she your twin when she came out your butt? Come on, hello. A lot of you women walk around here, some of you older women, y'all don't have no respect for yourselves. Y'all walk up to these young boys like y'all old men or old pimps or something. Y'all need to get a grip. We supposed to be teaching these young girls stuff. That's why they turning into lesbians and transgenders and want to have a penis, because we got all these old crows out here that don't know how to stay in their lane. Stay in your lane. Ain't nobody gonna tell me, hey, I love the way I look. Okay, well, everybody might not love the way you look. And then you got the nerve to get an attitude when somebody be like, oh, look at Granny over there. Oh, how dare you? What you mean? You probably somebody's great or great-great-grandma. Y'all need to stop that. It's not appealing. It's not sexy. It's not cool. When I started out, in the industry, I'm just going to say in this industry, trying to make it. This was like back in 2008 when I started in this industry. This was right, well actually, in 2007, because actually I had open heart valve surgery in 2007, and the end of the year, I was on somebody's movie set trying to do something for myself or try to be somebody. What I realized was everybody is not going to be a star in this industry. Everybody is not going to make it in this industry. And most of you who do make it in this industry and get on top, you might wish that you hadn't made it that far, but I digress. You older women, you know, like I'm saying, I've done modeling. And I've done all kinds of modeling. Body art modeling and this, that, and the other. But not once did I want to, just because I took a new picture, did I want to throw a new picture out there for all to see. I be on Facebook sometimes and I see some of these women, baby, and they just a hot mess. And some of them take good pictures with photographers. And, I mean, if you want to keep your photo as real as possible, you don't want too much editing and touching up. And some of these women are a hot mess. And now they have the old men, transgender. And they out here taking pictures, trying to make it seem like they women. Look, I talk about this all the time on my show, so I'm not going to take up a lot of time with this. But you guys and you women that's acting like men or whatever, y'all walk around and y'all be hiding this and hiding that. Then y'all talking about somebody's trying to jump on y'all and this, that, and the other. Look, the world is trying to make what you do normal and make being a man and a woman abnormal. Let me say for the record, what you do is abnormal and the way we live is normal. I digress. But I'm just telling you old women, y'all need to quit acting like you get two chances at being 20 and 30 years old, because you only get one, and if you don't do it right, oh well, that's that. Please stop making yourself bigger than what you are in your own eyes, because somebody's going to come along and hurt your feelings. Some of you women, and I'm going to give you this, and I'm not talking about the women that be out there dressing all trashy, and they may just don't know any better until somebody knock them off that high horse, or, you know, they searching for attention, whatever the case may be. But then there's some of you women that have, you wear beautiful clothes and you look so classy. But on the inside, you just a ball of trash, snotty, nasty, skank attitude. Think nobody is supposed to talk to you until you say, peasant, you, what do you have to say? You know what? Your nastiness shines through a lot more than even these women that don't have no clothes on. Because what you do actually shows all the ugliness in you. And when I see women like that, it makes me feel so sick to my stomach. And sometimes, because of the things that I went through as far as abuse and even bullying when I was little, it gave me a certain type of humbleness where when I got older, because I never looked at myself as a pretty woman. And I've never, when people told me I was pretty, I didn't believe them, because ever since I can remember, I was always sexually molested. And I thought that's what people always looked at, was my sexuality as far as what they can get out of me as far as the beauty within, which I didn't know nothing about none of that. I had to grow into myself. And there's a lot of you women out there that's beautiful, and you just need to grow into yourself. Some of you women are like me. I just basically found myself maybe 10 years ago and decided that I want to live for the Lord. I'm not saying I do everything right, but I don't do everything wrong. I feel like the intents that I try to have towards people, I want them to be as pure as they possibly can. And I I just want women that take off their clothes, trashy-minded women. I just want you to know that, you know, when you go through that, sometimes you got to look back in your past and wonder and say to yourself, what makes me feel this way? What makes me feel like I have to, you know, make another person feel bad or feel low to make myself feel good? What is that in me? I never looked at myself as no pretty woman. I never looked at myself as the type of person that, you know, like as far as love, I didn't know really what that was until I actually met my husband. I didn't know what love was. But I didn't know what beauty was. I didn't know what that was. I was a tomboy. I got 8 brothers. And to me, you know, I steered clear of love because people took my kids. They took my sexuality. They took my dignity. And then I was a young child. I was 14 when I had my first child. So nobody taught me anything. I didn't know anything. So I'm here to tell the ones that can escape the things that I went through. Start loving yourself enough to respect yourself. How can you go and respect somebody else and you don't even respect yourself? That's just the lowest form of self-hate that you can do to yourself. And my sisters, we do that so much because some man didn't hurt us. Every man that come across us, we feel like we got to do dirt on. And it's not like that. We need to find out what's going on with our crazy selves and quit saying that the world did this to me. Yeah, maybe the world did do certain things to you. But it's your choice whether you want to get your life in order or whether you want to just be nasty, be bitter, be a hoe. Teach your daughters to be nasty and bitter and be a hoe. What I will say is because of the things that I've been through in my life, I know a lot of people, but I'm not around a lot of people. I'm basically to myself. And it's all right to be that way, and some people be like, that's weird, and this, that, and the other, and this, that, and the other. You know, like I've said time and time again, be yourself. You can't be nobody but yourself. And if you try to be somebody else, then it's going to be a problem for you, not them. This summer, my older sisters, don't walk around here showing your old ass breast, your flabby thighs. Yeah, somebody gonna want it. But you ain't got to flaunt it like that. Somebody gonna want it, but it may not be the type of person you want to want it. We got to get out of this, us as women. We got to get out of this. The only way I can get attention is if I show some flesh. We got to get out of that. We degrade ourselves. We allow other people to degrade us. Then when one of us, which is bad, one of us want to call each other out the name, yeah, that's my BS. Hey, girl, don't be calling me. But you let the whole world, everywhere you go, you let men do it, your kids do it, then she do it in so-called love. And you got an attitude. Don't let nobody do it. Don't even do it to yourself. When I met my husband, I used to talk like that about myself in the third person. Yeah, that B-I-T. And my husband was like, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that. And I didn't understand why he kept saying that till one day I looked in the mirror and I was on the phone and I said that. And it made me feel some kind of way about the way I perceived myself. And I didn't want to perceive myself like that no more, so I stopped doing that. Sometimes you gotta look at your actions, the things that you do. Sometimes, you know, people say, oh, I know what makes you tick. You find out what makes you tick. Then you won't be so vulnerable with other people. I love my sisters, and I know that I'll be hard on some of you sisters, but some of you sisters need tough love. She just a mean woman. She passionate. No, I'm not. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't be telling you this. Stop being nasty little whores as old as you are. Stop trying to take your daughter's boyfriend. Stop running back and forth to the daggone grocery store in your Pajamas. That is so retarded. It's bad enough the sisters do it. Excuse me, I'm not feeling well. It's bad enough the sisters do it. But here you come with your old butt strolling into a supermarket, smelling like your bed, and you got the nerve to get offended because somebody's looking at you cross-eyed. Girl, bye. You missed me with that one. I look at you to say, as a matter of fact, I'm a video vigilante. I will take a picture of you. I will videotape you and put you on one of my sites, girlfriend. Please don't never let me see you doing that. Y'all out here hooping and hollering and wilding out like y'all 15, 16 years old. Some of y'all hang out like y'all a gang. Oh my goodness, y'all hang out like y'all just the best thing since French toast, sliced bread, or take your pick. But I'm telling you, you feel like because you're an older woman, bad things can't happen to you. Because you're an older woman. But you look in the mirror like, oh yeah, I got it going on. I'm going to be killing them. You think won't nobody snatch your old butt up and put you in the trafficking ring and use you for whatever they can use you for and then throw your butt in some type of ditch? You don't think that can't happen for you? We take too much upon ourselves as puny little humans, puny little women, let alone humans. Some of us walk around here like we a grown man with grown man tendencies and try to have a grown man's attitude. You try to put yourself in a grown man's mindset, but you ain't no grown man. Hello? You're not even a man. How is it that you say you don't like men, but you act like a man and then be with your own kind? How is it that you say you don't like the very essence of what you yourself are becoming? Men. Trying to be women. The very essence of yourself you're erasing. And you're fine with that. And you're proud of that. Which is really something to be ashamed of. But in this day and age, they want little girls to be little boys to be little girls. And guess what? All of them taking their clothes off. All of them. This summer, I pray that you women keep your clothes on. It's getting so wicked every year. These women are coming up missing, burnt up in cars, burnt up in garages, put into sex trafficking rings. And if you're just a beautiful person inside and out, I just feel like as the face will have it, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But you don't have to put yourself on display to rush it or try to make it happen to you. We as sisters are so nasty to one another at times. We pick and choose what woman we gonna be nice to and what woman we ain't gonna be nice to. Now granted, there's some nasty witches out here, and I don't associate with witches. It's just certain class of women I just ain't gonna be associated with. I ain't gonna be around them. But that don't mean I don't love them. That don't mean I don't want better for them. But a lot of us snooty, I want to be all that when you ain't jack. You always jump in the middle of a bunch of women that you feel are less beautiful than you. So you can be like, these are my peasants and this is my kingdom. No one is a peasant or above or below anybody. We are all here to teach freely who we can and who we can't, we don't worry about. But women like the woman I'm talking about that just feels like she's a big fish in a small pond. When all those little guppies wake up and find out that you ain't nothing but a big old tuna, You're going to be left alone. And even though older women age gracefully, some of you women is aging very poorly. And it comes from being bitter, resentment, jealousy, all that stuff. Some of y'all, I see it in y'all faces. And I be like, if they don't let that go. I am 56 years old. I've been through a lot of things. But I thank the Lord that the joy in my heart that He gives me can show on my face inside and out. You know, sometimes I hate talking to my sisters in a certain way because, yeah, sometimes it do seem kind of, you know, over the top and crass. But that's all some of you snakes listen to. And then maybe y'all can be transformed into what you've always wanted to be. If you had somebody, a friend telling you that ain't the way you're supposed to be and you should stop doing that. And cover up all that flab, and while you walking out here like you in Miami on the beach and you going to the dang on liquor store right around the corner. What is wrong with you women? It's going to be hot. It's already enough foolishness going on with our young women. Don't you make it any worse. Don't make it any worse. Now, I will say this. It takes all kinds to make a world, but we ain't supposed to be in the world. Now I'm talking to my Christian sisters. We ain't supposed to be in the world. We supposed to be strangers in a strange land. Showing the women in the world that it can be done. But for you Christian women, because you have that title that say Christian, you feel like no matter what you do, God is going to forgive you. Oh, we're sealed. Oh, did you know that you could grieve the Holy Spirit? Did you know that you could grieve the Holy Spirit away from you, sealed or not? Some of you women got these pastors making y'all think y'all could do whatever y'all want, and when Jesus come, y'all gonna go. And you ain't. And you're stupid, and you need to wake up. Stop being blinded. Learn how to think for yourself. It's not illegal. Not yet. So on that note, I love you guys so much. I enjoy talking with y'all because it helps me to not only minister to myself, because sometimes I don't know what I'm going to say until the Lord gives it to me. I'm not here trying to teach no man nothing. I'm here trying to talk with my younger sisters, younger brothers. I'm trying to just let my community know that I care and I want better for us. Before I go, I got to say this too. Yes, it's getting hot. Please, old men, please keep your pants up on your butt. Nobody want to see those old testes of yours. They already smell like Bengay, all types of ointment. Don't nobody want to see them, smell them. Please keep. It's bad enough, once again, that the young folks do it. Now here you come doing it. So please, don't do it. And on that note, I love you. And please, stay strong. Stay strong.